Tata joining us on the show right now. Mr. Girdhar, let me just start with you first, and then, of course, help us understand that what is that the industry is making of the festive season sales this time around. Can the auto industry really shift gears with respect to the festive demand? Because of late, the passenger vehicles haven't been doing that well. The two-wheelers showing some bit of a growth right now, but what's the outlook?
So if we see the financial year till date, it's been a muted growth. It's a low single-digit growth across segments. If you talk about two-wheeler, three-wheeler, all these segments, it's a single-digit, low single-digit growth. But if you talk about the upcoming festival season, yes, we are quite optimistic, especially with the bumper harvest which we are expecting post the monsoon. And secondly, we personally feel that even the repo rate effect will come into effect, and the efforts that the government has made. I think the consumers will have more disposable income in next coming months, and probably the festive season would be the peak time wherein we see the demand to peak up. If we talk about, we are expecting somewhere around double-digit growth in passenger vehicle, if per se, if you're talking about. But yes, as on day, it's a low single-digit growth, and that's the reason you're seeing all-time high discounts in this particular month.
That's the take on passenger vehicles. But Mr. Giridhar, also help us understand which segment amid passenger vehicles do you believe could see the highest traction in terms of their ticket size? Could it be entry-level hatchbacks? Could it be the high-range, high-end SUVs? And how are EVs playing into this whole mix?
So, if you talk about segment per se, I think the sub 4 meter SUV would definitely benefit out of it, and the SUV segment also. So, anything in the range of, say, from 8 lakh rupees to 20 lakh rupees is definitely going to benefit this festival season. EV, definitely, the story is turning out to be true. We've seen already the numbers reaching to close to 5% as far as the market share is concerned. So EV on its whole, it's doing pretty well. In fact, it's more than what the industry had anticipated. And the main reason is with the number of more players joining the brand with launching their models. And in upcoming months, we will see more models being launched, especially Maruti coming up with their EV. The numbers will definitely rise.
All right, so that's the take coming in on the EVs. So in the EV demand, or rather the sales are better than what the industry was hoping for. Good to know that. But yes, of course, the competition is going to be really interesting. But what's the reality on ground? Let's welcome on board Amar Seth, MD of Group Shaman, as well on the show. And Mr. Seth, so good to have you on the channel. But help us understand that how is the demand picking up currently? Because this particular month, we also have one big festive in Maharashtra that is going to be Ganesh Chaturthi. How is the sentiment picking up? How many bookings, or rather deliveries, you are hoping to make on that particular day?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think it's the start of the festive season. Maharashtra, certainly, with Ganesh Chaturthi being one of the biggest festivals of the year. But in the south, too, we have Onam. So for the South Indians celebrating it. So it is a festive period starting, and dealers in the state are looking at large numbers. They are well stocked, and there are offers like you mentioned. So we should be having a great festive.
And Amar, is the demand strong, or is it any discounts that you're offering that are bringing the customers in?
No, I think it is a sentiment too. It is not only the discounts. The discounts certainly help, but the sentiment is looking positive. In our showrooms, we are seeing a larger number of walk-ins. There is that urgency to buy, which is now coming in. So I think it is not driven by the discount, it is driven by the demand.
Okay, so that's the take on the discounting front. But Mr. Seth, also help us understand the kind of footfall that you're seeing in the showrooms right now. How much of that is actually translating into sales? What kind of demand are we seeing on ground? And which segment, like we were asking Mr. Giridhar also, which segment is doing better right now amidst the passenger vehicles?
So people in India are, they look at auspicious times to take delivery. So certainly, the auspicious season being here, with the Ganpati festival and Onam being large festivals, people would take delivery there. So if they want that delivery, they would need to work backwards to make the booking. So we are seeing the walk-ins or the inquiries converting to bookings. So a general thumb rule may be, 10% of your customers walking in would convert to a booking, while during this festive period, that number increases. So our percentage of conversion ratios increase. Segment, I think it is across segment. It's not any particular segment that is doing well or not doing well. We've seen the intention to purchase and the bookings coming in across all segments, be it two-wheelers also, be it four-wheelers, and also the mass market and the luxury. So it's a festival for everyone, right? I mean, if you're buying a car, you might as well buy it when there is the auspicious period.
Amar, talk to us about the EV space, because we just had the FADA spokesperson as well, and Mr. Giridhar was actually highlighting that the EV sales in the industry is actually panning out to be better than what the players were anticipating. Is it something that you are also experiencing on ground? And the reason I ask this, because yes, there are more offerings on ground right now, but going ahead, the competition is going to intensify. We will have Maruti, some more offerings from Mahindra that is expected. What is your sense?
EV currently is certainly the buzzword. People are looking at, manufacturers are looking at rolling out EV products, and similarly, the customers are looking at buying them. So, yes, there is an uptake in the EV space. Whatever the products are on offer are getting lapped up. Maruti, you mentioned, but I think it's driven more by the Mahindra and Tatas in that segment. And the adaptation is increasing. Earlier, there was a little bit of anxiety on the EV sector, which currently I'm seeing that it's reducing. It, I think it should be a larger number percentage growth in that EV segment, certainly. Of course, it's still a small base, so that base needs to increase drastically, but we've seen a larger upstick there.
I think Mr. Giridhar as well is patched back. Mr. Giridhar, can you hear us clearly?
Yeah, now I can, yes.
Okay, we lost you in the middle. Just wanted to understand, what are the trends that you're foreseeing within the distinction on how urban and rural demand is shaping up? While clearly, Mr. Sheth here is very hopeful on how the festive season is actually going to pan out for the urban market. But what about the rural flavor? Do you think that consumer is also going to come back this festive season, Mr. Girdhar?
So first of all, let me just clarify, we all are hopeful as far as the auto industry is concerned that this is going to be a bumper festival season for us. And there are multiple factors, as Amar has also pointed out. Secondly, if you talk about which segment probably, sorry, I didn't get your question. You're talking about which segment is going to peak out or what?
I wanted to understand how the rural end of the market is looking, and whether that consumer is going to come back this festive season or not.
We've already seen till this date that rural is already picking up. That is quite evident from the two-wheeler sale. If you see per se, two-wheeler is seeing a high single-digit demand. Which probably in coming months it's going to see a double-digit demand. We're quite certain about that. And with more disposable income in the rural belt, with the particularly with the bumper monsoon season, the harvest is going to be good. That's what we are expecting. The rate of interest are going to soften. So all these factors put together, and then the availability of vehicles will not be a concern. And as you rightly pointed out, the discounts are at their all-time peak. So I think everything makes out for a good festival season, especially for the rural and also for the urban market per se.
Interesting. But Shaman, I believe that you also have a used car division as well. And of late, that industry is also doing decently well, given the fact that the car prices, especially in the last couple of years, they have skyrocketed. Help us understand that what's the sentiment building up there?
No, I am a big fan of the used car industry. I think in India we still have a long way to go. Of course, the used car industry is getting more regularized and it is getting more corporatized, if I want to say. But uh, it's giving more confidence to the buyers now, because if they're buying through authorized dealerships, uh, then it comes back with a warranty. It comes back with a guaranteed transfer in your name, and it's a clean transaction. So I feel the used car market is set to grow, and because the product itself is becoming better. We've seen a much younger transaction happening. People are willing to change their cars in 3 years, 4 years. So that there has been a large growth in the used car industry, and I think that will be much more now. And you said bang on, the cost of a new car today is much higher than what it was earlier. So a person who's bought it 3 years back is still getting a great resale value on his car, because that price gets compared to a new car. So this is an segment which is certainly going to do much better.
Mr. Sheth and Mr. Giridhar, thanks so much for your time. And well, yes, it seems optimistic